With the problem, people like Oga Cruz will be progressive, will be senior journalists for the country. When I say key into the take it back
No,
movement.
let me just talk about Sowore. I will tell you for free that I believe that Sowore is one of the individuals in Nigeria that understands the enormity of the crisis that we
Wow.
face. Because most of our leaders, politicians, they're always looking for political solutions to the problem. Say age and maturity to a large extent, it tempers people's approach to things. But just watching Sowore from afar, like I've watched him for the past, you don't take Sowore for this business. He has been around for a long time. So
No, I will appreciate if you that word that for this business. I will if you change that to struggle for this struggle.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. A struggle.
Okay.
Is the business of the struggle that I'm talking about.
Okay, nice.
That man has been on it for a long time. For a very long time since I got conscious of things as a journalist. The man has been there, and his struggle has been very consistent, which is the emancipation of Nigeria and the release of Nigeria back to the ordinary people. And if you ask me, that is the way forward. I know that the problem that many people have with him is that he takes an extreme view. But sometimes, if you look at it, in many cases, those extreme views are necessary. Look at as our country be now. Country is in shambles. If you attempt to use diplomatic means to deal with Nigeria's problem, sometimes not to be like say go walk. Look at what you just talked about now. The government, the entire country has been hijacked and put in the pocket of one individual. Whether it is judiciary or legislature or Senate and rep, or whether it's executive, or whether it's the different arms of government, states and local government, they are all effectively inside the pocket of one man. How do you use diplomatic means to get liberation for the people in that situation, that condition? So that begins to suggest that the thinking and the approach of men like Sowore, there's space for his kind of advocacy, because the people who have held power have decided to take power hostage. And if you decide to take power hostage and to seize it unjustly, then you have also, made it inevitable that men like Sowore will rise up and want to forcefully take it back from you. So for me, I have no problem with Sowore. I think he has a very vivid understanding of the urgency of the crisis that Nigeria faces, and I think that is why he's deployed the methods that he has deployed to try to save Nigeria. So I'm 100% in support of his advocacy. That's what I would say.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Crusoe, for that good one. We really appreciate you. Just like I said earlier, you are a progressive. I've worked with you. We have been close for a very long time. I know what you stand for, and that is why we are still in good terms. Because you are not just. In fact, I don't even refer to you as a politician. You are a seasoned veteran journalist, and there is that activism, there is that progressive spirit in you, and that is why I appreciate you. Anytime that we need clarity in some area, or we need this education in some part, I always want to reach out to you. Just like you mentioned, as regard our country has been hijacked by one man. We are praying to take back our country, but the reason why we are here today is to discuss our state, Edo State. They say, before we say, okay, let us take back our country. What about our state, our local government, our community? This area where we say, people where they see every day, how do we save them? Some couple of months ago, when Okpebholo for me, I don't refer to him as His Excellency because there's nothing excellent about Okpebholo. He did not win his election. It was not even rigged. They didn't have the power, the network to rig. They just changed results and announced him. So I just call him the governor of Edo State. I don't address it. There's nothing excellent about Okpebholo. When he was sworn in, we started with Okpebholo should work for the people. Okpebholo should continue the project, everything that he has met. He shouldn't try to destroy and take us 25 years backward. I remember you coming to this platform to always refer them to the transition document that Obazee gave them, that where Obazee don't work rich, the contractors that needs to be sorted for project to continue, what we need to do in another 1 year, everything was in that document. But I believe the way in the dump budget, after he don't present the budget to House of Assembly, once the speaker talks, so he has signed, and they make sure say now once they hand over the document to Piccolo or Sylvester, so that the budget be that they don't sign, oh yeah, carry on. That's the end. The next one, any the money come, hey, give this one, give one 10 million. That's how he is running the state, and he has crashed the state. From there, when we notice that this man not they work with budget, so we don't even know what is the budget because he couldn't pronounce the first year budget. So we don't even know what is the budget, but we just understand say they on the autopilot. Things just they go bad. Then we now started this narrative that Edo is sinking, the state is sinking. We talk, hey, they don't hear. Now Edo don't sink. Not to say Edo is sinking again. Edo don't sink. The kidnap victims where they inside bush. Many pass people even the streets today as we speak. Everything Obazee puts in place, erosion control, industrializing the states, education, art and culture, everything where the man put in place. Let's say the man will carry agege cutlass, they slice everything down. So now why we carry you come today, Mr. Crusoe, run us through. I know you're in the background, you see they follow what they go. What is the state of Edo today?
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Albert. Now, Edo is in a difficult situation today, and it's more painful because in Benin they say that the stone that you see coming cannot blind you. That's how it's put in Benin. So the most painful aspect of this is that we saw this coming. We saw this stone coming, and when we saw it, Obazee in his wisdom organized the state in such a way that these economic calamity, this security chaos, these crisis that has now bedeviled the entire country, that it will not hit Edo in a pure form. If you look at the way Obazee organized Edo State, he organized in such a way that it can be an oasis in the desert. In the midst of the desert, it can be the oasis of Nigeria. So what did we do? Obazee identified all the different problems that the country is facing, and he started to develop local solutions to them, so that even though that problem is general, within the country, Edo will solve its own problem locally. So just name it. One of the biggest challenges that Nigeria faces is electricity, right? Obazee realized that was a Nigerian problem, and every state can easily say, well, it's not my fault, it's happening everywhere. But Obazee said no. He instead provided a local solution to it. How did he do it? He approached a private investor and arranged the operating environment in such a way that that private investor was able to bring in investment that solved to a significant extent the power problem in Edo State. And the power problem was beginning to look like something that would become a thing of the past after Obazee deployed that solution. What was just left to be done was the scaling of that initiative, because the power problem has solved to the point that we had about 95 megawatts coming from Osogbo Power, and Osogbo Power had used that as a pilot. Its plan was to elevate or increase its capacity from 95 to 550 megawatts, and 550 will effectively solve the entire power problem in the state. So as Nigeria is in darkness today, if Obaseki's plan had been followed, Edo would have been the only shining light in the midst of the gross darkness of Nigeria. Do you get it? But Okpebholo came and senselessly destroyed it for no reason. For no reason. Are you following me now? So there's this tape you constantly play on all your clips about Okpebholo when what's his name? Iranomigo described him as a mumu man, as what other word did he use? Said he did not have that he was, use some language that is not correct. Medulla
deficiency. He said he's 5 minutes away of becoming an imbecile.
That he's an imbecile. That when you look at the actions that Okpebholo took after he became governor, it is difficult to say that description of Okpebholo is right. Governor. It is difficult.
Please, sir. 1 second, please, sir. Yes. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, please. Let me just pause you for 1 second. But okay. Take note of where you did now, please, sir.
Yes.
Pause you for 1 second. Take note of where you did now, please, sir.
Yes.
Oh, the problem of power has been. Oh, the problem of power has been. Okay, sir. Just continue. I'll play it again. Continue. The return. Continue.
Okay, just.
No, okay, wait. Hold on, sir. Hold on, sir.
Yes.
So the problem of Okpebholo have is that Okpebholo cannot make one sentence without making a mistake. Okpebholo, according to that woman, he said Okpebholo is 1 inches away of becoming an imbecile. Okpebholo has what they call a brain malfunctioning, medulla deficiency, a deficit of a proper matureness of a grown man. Okpebholo brain is like a 10 years old baby brain. Okpebholo is a mumuma. Okpebholo have no common sense. See, the Okpebholo have no common sense. So the problem of Okpebholo has. So that's Iranomigo's description of Okpebholo. Continue, sir.
So yeah, I mean, I seek all the quotes that he made. A lot of it were grammatically wrong, but the essence of the communication was very correct. Now he says that Okpebholo is like 1 inch away from being an imbecile, that Okpebholo is a mumu man, that Okpebholo has no common sense. Okay, now, how do you fault this description of Okpebholo? When a man who is governor over Edo State, he is now the governor. It is like this house now is your own. You have now taken over the house. It has been sold to you by, assuming, let's just use that, you say, or has been gifted to you, by somebody, or, it is now your possession. Then you take a hammer to the power system of that house, and you use the hammer to destroy it, so that the house will now be in darkness. How do you explain that? Because that's exactly what Okpebholo did. Obaseki had done his 8 years. He had left Edo State. He had moved on to other more important things to him. Even if Okpebholo does not like Obaseki, does that mean that Okpebholo should take a hammer to the power system that was giving power to the state to destroy it? Obaseki doesn't even live there anymore, at least at the moment. Obaseki is now a visiting scholar, you know, in Boston University, the School of African Studies in Boston University. That's where he's working now. He's doing research and all of that. It doesn't, you know. So the person who sold the house to you has packed his load, he has left, assuming, let's just use that analogy. But you say no, just because the person was here and is the one that put this generator here. But the generator is now yours. You say, no, I don't want the generator to not that you bought another one, not that you bought another generator. So you just take a hammer to the only existing generator and you crush it. So if somebody who does a thing like this, is he not an imbecile?
Yes, he is.
Is he not 1 inch away from what do you call we say he's 1 inch away from being an imbecile?
Yes.
That he his brain is like a 10-year-old baby's brain.
Baby brain.
You get it? That he has no common sense. So I think it's quite appropriate description of the man when you now look at the things that the man has done. Edo State is your state. You are now the governor of the state. The people of the state are now your responsibility, including Osiomo Power that was invested in by Dr. Gihon, an Edo person who is now your under your jurisdiction as a governor. All you needed to do was to call Dr. Wa, say, oh, Dr. Wa, what is the arrangement for your power, the power plants you own in Edo? You get it? But instead of doing that, you took a sledgehammer, tore it down, and threw the state into darkness. You get it?
Yes.
So it's difficult to say that description of Okpebholo is wrong. What about Moa? He shut it down for no reason. For no reason. Just because the Oba of Benin, who is only an iconic leader, he doesn't have responsibilities to the people. The Oba of Benin has no responsibility to Edo people. He's not the one that is charged with responsibility of developing education. He's not charged with development with the responsibility of handling healthcare for the people. He's not charged with any responsibility. He's just an iconic royal leader. That's all he is. Symbolic royal leader. He makes a claim to an asset that is supposed to serve the people, and then you shut down the asset because of one man. And you throw away all the economic opportunities that asset is supposed to bring to the state. Do you get it? So no person in his right senses behaves like the way Okpebholo has behaved since he became governor. So I dare say that the man is besides himself. And all of these things Obaseki saw coming. He saw an impending economic crisis in Nigeria. He realized that if the power problem was solved, it means that Edo will continue to produce in the midst of a Nigeria that has declined in productivity. And therefore, once operations within the state continue to happen, the economic sphere continues to move, it means that Edo will outperform Nigeria in economic productivity. And then Edo will stay afloat. He dealt with security problems because he saw a pending crisis. When the people of a country lack the basic amenities, basic, support system, the one natural outcome of that is that insecurity will spiral. It's typical. Obaseki saw that coming. So it's okay. As I'm improving the economy of my state by ensuring that the state continues to produce, I have to also fortify the security, because people who are coming from other places, just imagine if your house in Amagba is the only house that has electricity in the entire Amagba community. So every evening, when there is no light, only your house is lit up. What do you think is going to happen? Is he not going to attract criminals?
Yes.
People will say, what's in that man get when people only in the get light? So Obaseki realized that if Edo becomes the only light shining in Nigeria, then security will be a major challenge. So he fixed security. Command and control center, cameras all over the city, the Edo security network. You know, he organized the local government system to ensure that it was close to the people, and then funneled information into the security, set up a security information system where all security agencies in the state will provide data concerning the area that they cover: NDLEA, customs, immigration, police, NSCDC, military, and that will form a database where, so you measure, oh, homicide has gone up in the last 1 month. What is the cost? Well, drug abuse has gone up in the last 6 months. Why is it happening so? You get it? He organized the security system, brought everybody in, local people, security and technology, technology deployment, and then security operatives, you know, deployed all of it and dealt with the security problem. Then delve deeper into the economy of the state, pulled in investors into agriculture. The oil palm plantations were sprawling across the state. Cassava plantations sprawling across the state. Cassava processing companies, ethanol manufacturing companies, oil palm processing companies, different crude oil refineries, modular refineries. You know, several of them. One in Orion, the other one in Okpebholo. You know, so that the economy can grow. Because he saw that this gross darkness was coming upon Nigeria, and he saw that if he could arrange the security, if he could arrange electricity, arrange the economic system of the state will thrive and survive in the midst of the darkness. But what happened? This man came and literally began to smash these things for no reason. For no reason. And that's how we have arrived where we are today. Security system is dead. In those days, to face the risk of kidnapping, you have to be on a journey.
Yes.
You have to be traveling from one place to the other. And in transit, some people can accost you. But today, what is the situation? They now go to people's homes to get them and take them into the bush. What does that explain to you? That problem has progressed several steps forward. From a problem that was just sporadic on the highways to a problem that now sits with us in our communities. There is no electricity. All the companies are folding up. Go and check. Protea Hotel is up for sale as I speak with you today. I hear that SIO Event Center is up for sale. I heard that Rain Restaurant is up for sale. All the big investments that came into the state are up for sale. They are either held up by Okpebholo's politics or they have been thrown up for sale. The economy has been destroyed. The infrastructure destroyed. Security destroyed. Education destroyed. Our children now go on excursion to go and see bridge in Ramat Park. That's what the user. You didn't see the video?
I saw it. That was an international embarrassment.
Embarrassment. Children that are supposed to be working with computers, solving problems with artificial intelligence, were carried to Ramat Park. Oh, this is the first time ever in my life to see bridge. You know? Oh, I thank the governor. Just imagine. So the state has collapsed totally. Do you hear them talk about IGR anymore?
No.
Because there's no IGR, it's gone. Okpebholo does not understand that taxes are only paid on growth that comes to the economy. You don't go and meet a man who has been sitting in his house since morning doing nothing to pay you taxes. You only pay taxes on what you have produced and what you have sold what you have value that you have created. If you do not create any value, there's nothing to tax. Okpebholo just thought that they would take horse whips, give people like, what's that your friend's name? The yellow Ebo stone.
Yep.
That they will just give them koboko to go to the streets and start flogging people so that they'll give you taxes. No, doesn't work that way. When you set a system in place that allows enterprise to thrive, enterprise will thrive and there will be growth. On the back of that growth, people will pay their taxes. If growth does not happen, if the economy is not organized in such a way that people can produce, you can't collect taxes from them. If you go today and use hot sweep to harass them and force them to give you their money, go again tomorrow. They're going to tell you, you know what, if you want to kill us, you can kill us. But you see, this money you have come to ask for, we don't have it. I have not sold anything since last month. I have not done any business since 3 months. So where do you expect me to pay taxes from? So the IGR is dead. The state is only trying to survive on what now? On the payouts coming from Abuja. The payouts coming from Abuja increased a bit because of the removal of subsidy. But so did political patronage increase in the state. People that have to collect SUVs, bulletproof SUVs. People that have to, people that come to share money from, every month and every week. Do you get it? So at the end of the day, the state has no money to do its projects. Insecurity is rife because the state has by itself destroyed the security system that used to support the state. The economy is gone because the state has by itself destroyed everything. Look at Radisson Hotel. It's not able to start because they've destroyed it. So what is most painful is that even after leaving office, Obazee came back and warned again. This was about a year ago now. It's getting slightly less than a year ago. And you were the one that organized those meetings, the meet and greet. Obazee warned that you cannot destroy the fabric of the security of the state and expect to have peace. This is what to do. This is what to do. The local government that you destroyed, you have to reinstate it.
Mr. Crusoe, let me break you here because that is the video. That video has been trending for days now, where the former governor called out the current Tinubu governor, INEC governor, Okpebholo, that Okpebholo is the one that destroyed Edo State security, is the cause of insecurity in Edo State. I want to play the full video of that diaspora engagement in Manchester. That was actually the function where our APC in Nigeria sent hooligans to attack me. Thank God for my maturity that day. We will not get this clip they play now. Because their plan was to attack me, disrupt the event, and ensure that the event does not hold. That's why when the guy went to Nigeria, they said Okpebholo refused to see him. That they said you went to attack Abat, you only just slap and come out. The event still held, and over 100 people at those quality at those, not stranded at those gathered. If I had said, I be man like me slap me, make I slap back. If for me free for all, maybe that's the battle axe and the knife when they carry come. They're gonna use them. We're gonna use the try to defend ourselves. Blood will come, police will come. Police actually wanted to shut down the event. I had to beg police that they should give us 2 hours to do the event, which they agreed. Thank God. So anytime I see those clips popping up, I got to thank God and say, God, thank you for the wisdom for me to fight back. If not, for not even get the clip today. Now, I want Edos and Nigerians to see it's about 8 minutes clip. So, Mr. Crusoe, I'm going to pause you. Let all of us watch the full clip and see and hear and see how the former governor Obazee responded. Please, let's see the clip.
If not for Governor Obazee, there wouldn't be Governor Okpebholo today. My name is Dr. Alfred Ignatius Ajayi. I am the president of the ASAN community of Manchester. You are welcome, sir, Your Excellency. Madam, you are welcome. You are all welcome to this great event. Just as my brother said, this showcases the evidence that we all have a stake in what is going on back home. We are concerned solely with good governance, nothing more, nothing less. Most of us here are political. We neither belong to APC or PDP, but we belong to Edo State. And we all have people back home. We all travel back home occasionally. What is going on today in Edo State cannot be sustained. I am afraid to go to Ewu, where I'm from, because of kidnapping in the suburb. Kidnappings are ongoing continuously all over Edo State. This is our main concern right now. Back in the day, we were thinking of how we are going to help our people back home financially, but now we are concerned about their safety. So His Excellency is here. You are welcome, sir. We bought into your vision. What you have done in Edo State cannot be overemphasized. On behalf of the Edo Indigenes in Manchester and ASAN and the ASACOS, I want to tell you, thank you, sir. It is good to be principled in life. Our governor is a principled man. Let me just go straight to the point. If not for Governor Obazee, there wouldn't be Governor Okpebholo today. The Eastern Community of Manchester, the leadership is structured under the presidency. So, Your Excellency, sir, you are welcome once again. I just want to quickly further what the ex-governor said, that a lot actually lies in our hands. In 2020, during the COVID time, I happened to be one of those people he was referring to. We organized on the basis of the good work we saw he did in the first term, and said he must complete a second term. So I have all the evidence here. We have jingles, we have publications in Nigeria, we have billboards. I was one of the speakers on the jingles on the television in Esaland. So what the ex-governor said is correct. We can move a needle from here. I believe also Sowore Ighodalo, who was probably recommended by His Excellency or supported by His Excellency, took an idea from him that the diasporans are a force to reckon with. That was one of the reasons he came to seek the diasporans' support during his own campaign, which also the Eastern Community of Manchester, as well as the Edo Union, had the privilege of hosting. We hosted Sowore Ighodalo here in Manchester as well. So we are concerned with the well-being of our people back home, and we want the best hands to be at the till. We want the best hands to be at the corridors of power in Edo State. So what the governor said is correct. Let's do our best. How can we help? How can we push the agenda we believe we favor the general public of Edo State? So, His Excellency, my question is, I know you have handed power over to your successor. You didn't hand over, sir? Oh, okay, but yeah. The problem I am seeing, sir, is things security-wise are deteriorating, as you have also underlined several times in your speech. My question, sir, is this: in view of the overall climate in Edo State, insecurity, cost of living crisis and what have you, and you are no longer in power, sir, what do you think, other than for the diasporans to be making their voices heard, what do you think, sir, you and your team who worked with you while you were in government can do to make things palatable or at least more bearable to the Edo people, sir?
Okay. So please, next. Thank you, Your Excellency. My name is Donald Uyago. Not the Uyago, not the Obazee. First and foremost, I really want to thank you for, while I was watching your online interview a few days ago, you made a statement. You said you were able to tame the lions and the tigers. However, they are back on the street anyway. In the museum. I know you. I really want to appreciate you for that. You know, you actually made the state very safe for us. You know, this question I want to ask you. How about ask you the same question? You dodged it, but the reason why I want to ask you, we are here today, even after this video may still be available online for people to see, for our children or our great-grandchildren to see. Excuse me. I just want to ask if you'll be able to just clear a little bit. You might decide not to answer anyway, but it's important. We're talking about personality that was ascribed to you. We all, most of us, we read history, we've watched documentaries about a particular individual that nobody would like to mention that name, even in this part of the world. I've not heard or I've not come across, I've not seen someone named after him. I've seen someone bearing Albert. I've seen someone maybe bearing Adolf, but I've not seen someone called Hitler. I know you said that you didn't watch the video, but that's not true. Maybe you just try to dodge it. I really want to ask, that personality was referred to you. That is tough anyway. And the statement was made in front of foreign dignitaries, amongst who were from Germany particularly. I don't know if there are some hidden graves for genocide that probably maybe you've committed, and I'm sure you didn't do that, because the person in question did something very worse. Sir, my question is this, sir. Your Excellency, is there a reason for that? Do you have maybe a bit of explanation, the reason? Do you have anything to tell us the reason why you feel that name or our monarch ascribed that to you? Is there a reason for that? If you'd like to answer. Thank you, sir.
We'll take one more. That will respond.
I think I'd like to answer that on his behalf.
Go ahead.
Shall I take it now?
Go ahead, yes.
Okay. I think it's a piece of mischief to have invoked that name or to have created any such connection. In the first instance, the invasion of Benin in 1897 wasn't perpetrated by the Germans. MOA has been funded by the Germans in the main. That's the truth. The biggest investment, if you like, from the Edo State government, and I've been involved in MOA from its very beginning. In fact, I should have given the closing remarks for this last ceremony, but I couldn't go to Benin, which is probably a good thing with the benefit of hindsight. But the fact of the matter is that what His Excellency's government donated was land. Now everybody's getting emotional about that land. It was a hospital that was decommissioned. That part of the specialist hospital hadn't been used in years. It was no longer appropriate. It was no longer appropriate for its purpose. And in its place, the governor started the Stella Obasanjo Hospital.
And 10 primary healthcare centers in Benin.
Precisely. You know, some of us worked with the governor on things like this. So we do know a bit about the background story. And for our monarch to be so mischievous as to invoke that sentiment and that name, it's beyond pardon. It's beyond pardon. It's beyond pardon. You know, there are monarchs who bless, and there are monarchs who curse. I leave it to you to decide what we have.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Your Excellency. I'm very happy to meet you for the first time today. Although I've worked for you, maybe indirectly, I'm Professor Leonard Aisien. Yeah, I am one of the 24 subject experts that actually did the Edo State Development Plan. 30-year development. 30-year development plan for Edo State. And I know what's involved. Actually, we took that job with passion. And I think I had more than 2 good months, sleepless nights, working all through the day and night to come up with that wonderful document. And when I see what's happening today, I feel very sad. You know, we belong to the academic community. We are hardly in gatherings like this. When Abad called me that you're coming, I said, okay, I will come, but initially, I've not made up my mind. But however, the day before yesterday, I was called that Obazee is coming to Manchester, and they have agreed that nobody should go. I said, why? They say, if you go, you become a Oyomba. What do you mean by that? At this time and age? As a matter of fact, that was when I made up my mind to come. You know, those of us in the academic community, that's what we do. I want to come and see why I should not be here. So I want to thank you so much for the wonderful work you have done, because I was actually interested because of my efforts and time I put into the government, though from the back door, you know, we normally work, we are not seen. And if you see that wonderful document, some of those things that are there, it's so painful that many of them may never be implemented. But if that document is followed, Edo in 30 years, I think it will be more than Manchester from what we wrote in that document. So it's so painful. And I still want to begin to continue to appeal to those of us in diaspora. We should continue to be interested in what's actually happening back home in Benin. But my only question I want to ask you, sir, but like I said, for mine, just a comment. The only question I want to ask you, I've done a lot of research. I've read, but I just want you to still enlighten because people want to hear from you. So what is the difference between MOA and Benin Royal Museum? Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. I'll take the other next set of 3 questions. First, let me start from the very last question. Professor Aisien, thank you so much. And I'm glad that a personality like this is in this audience. We're looking at Edo in the next generation, the next 30 years. No, it's okay. So that, you know, yeah. And I had people like him. I've never really met him, like he said. And, you know, many like him, of people who've accomplished in life. We brought them together to help us plan, to look at what we have, so that we can make our states, our town, what God really wants it to be. The empire was not a fluke. There was a reason. So I am glad that I had people like you who worked on that document. And it's really sad that this administration essentially just took that plan and trashed it. We hired about 100 young men and women to grow the plan. So you are 22, 25 today. We say in 30 years' time, when you are 53, what do you see yourself being? So these children were supposed to grow with the plan. The first thing this administration did was sack all of them. Sack the future. So what sort of politics is that? To your specific question, that plan also had a plan of the cultural district. And as I said in my interview, when I came into office, I said, one unique advantage that Edo has, which no other, I can't think of any other state, is our culture and our history. So if we put ourselves in a position where we clean it up and make it attractive, people will come and see this great place. And we started working. That's how I got the Edo State government to join the Benin Dialogue Group, discussing about how to return these artifacts. I don't want to exchange words with the palace. We have to continue to revere them and protect them, even if they don't protect themselves. Because it's something we've inherited. I keep insisting that our monarchy is our inheritance. We should not trash it. Even if they want to trash it, we should try and prevail on them not to trash it. Do you understand? Because that history, that institution was there before us and will be there after us. It is the institution, not the person, who should protect. You understand? So I will not support anybody exchanging words, and it's really painful and shameful and sad, some of the things we're seeing. But that we cannot say because we are ashamed or we're unhappy with some behavior and utterances from the palace that we must now exchange words and say things about it. We should not. These two will pass. We will, by the grace of God, continue that institution. Nobody can stop it. Do you understand? So the difference is that we have, the state government say we will support arts and culture. We will create a cultural district at the heart of the city. So when people come and they are looking for this great Benin Empire, they will still see things to show them. This is where this was, this is, So we have Moa, because the palace said they did not want to be involved in Moa. They were involved before. The crown prince was the trustee representing the palace. With the approval of the father. Because they said they didn't want to be part of it, we said, no problem. The MOA will continue to be a campus, a research institute. It will have the capacity for storing these delicate artifacts for anybody in West Africa. And that the Benin Empire transcended Benin. The Benin Empire spread to most of West Africa. That's one of the reasons why they gave the name the Museum of West African Arts. And the palace said they wanted to have their own museum. We said, okay, we will support, just like we supported BOA, we will support the Royal Museum. As far as I know, land was acquired opposite the palace. So there's some land there that was cleared. A committee was set up with eminent Nigerians to bring about that project in 2022. Till tomorrow, I have not seen one piece of paper relating to the Benin Royal Museum. No design, no costing, nothing. How would you support, how would you give money to that project? Do you understand? So that's why I say I don't see the reason, outside of mischief, I don't see the reason for all of this. There's no need for it. There is a national museum there too. You understand? So we'll have 3 museums in Benin, according to that plan. The state government also supported the National Museum. So what is the problem? Is there a problem? The artifacts, Mowat said, okay, we are not interested in the artifacts. Right? Okay, if federal government, when I say all the artifacts belong to them, fine, give it to them. But I don't see how all the artifacts would belong to one person. Because I've seen some of the collections. In Benin, each homestead, each family has a hure, right? Is it not? There are 50 hures identified in the collections. All those 50 belong to one person. Is it possible? So, but I don't think we should. Those are distractions. The important thing is that we want Benin City to be a cultural hub. If we have museums there, people will come. They will spend money. Hotels will spring up. Catering services, people who have restaurants, they will feed people. Taxi drivers will have business. Is that not? I came here yesterday. You drive through Manchester alone. How many museums do you have? If you just go down there, I saw one, the Museum of Illusion. You go there, you see a football museum. Is it not? So what is the problem? Ask yourself, why the fight? It is just distraction and mischief. You understand? Today you can see something that has been built, isn't it? You saw it, you've seen it. So if we want to build another one, what is the problem? But we could not have not built that. The things that will not be said is that if we had done certain things in a certain way, you would not have seen that museum. And the people who brought the money are not like us. There must be transparency. Right? There must be transparency. That is why we created those transparent structures. That is why those people brought the money. If people are angry with that, it's unfortunate. Let them start their own and see how they can raise the money and build more. Is that clear? I will not say more. I hope you understand what I'm saying. To answer your question, when we talk about shame, there are certain things that you're just ashamed about. You don't even want to you don't know how to approach. Because by our upbringing, by our breeding, there are certain things people in certain positions are not expected to utter. Their utterances, their words are supposed to be guided. Because anything somebody at a certain level says has implications and ramifications. You are trying to look for that. And you are saying, even if it were true, was that the audience to the people he was talking to? those words to the people he was talking to. Do you understand the implication? Do you understand the ramification for national? I mean, please, some things, the amount of shame that we have gathered in the last few weeks, it's just unbearable. And let us look for a way to just reduce the shame. So I won't want to go there because I don't see the relationship, but it's just unfortunate. That's the way I'll say it. It's really, really sad, and it's really unfortunate. This is not who we are as a people. Security. Security, like politics, is local. Somebody who wants to come and create insecurity that comes from outside does not know your place as well as the people who live there. So if you mobilize the people in a place, they will be able to stop anybody coming in to create insecurity. So that's what we did. We used technology. As chief security officer, we had developed what, and that's why we always pray for Solomon Arase, a former IGP. I worked with him. He pointed me and said, look, let us use technology. We had what I call a security information database. Every day, any incident in Edo, whether it is kidnapping, whether it is rape, whether it is homicide, whether it is cultism, whether it is drug-related, I got a report either from DSS, police, army, national defense, and we documented, we recorded every incident. Every week, every month, we then we do a study. And you can see trends and relationships, and you ask, what is going on here? Right? We then got the local communities. You see, one of the reasons why you have problems with security in Edo today, it was caused by Governor Okpebholo. He is the one responsible for the insecurity in Edo State. Because use technology. We had what I call a security information database. Every day, any incident in Edo, whether it is kidnapping, whether it is rape, whether it is homicide, whether it is cultism, whether it is drug-related, I got a report either from DSS, police, army, national defense, and we documented, we recorded every incident. Every week, every month, we then we do a study. And you can see trends and relationships, and you ask, what is going on here? Right? We then got the local communities. You see, one of the reasons why you have problems with security in Edo today, it was caused by Governor Okpebholo. He is the one responsible for the insecurity in Edo State because of his politics. And you know why I say so? At the local level, you need the local government because the local government is close to the communities. These vigilante arrangements are worked on at a very local level. So one of the things they have done is destabilize local government. You don't have local government chairman, you don't have local government councils. So you cannot monitor security at the local level again. That's what I used. As governor, I got information from every ward, from every local government on a daily basis. So if you're not getting information, how can you know what is going on? If there's a problem here, we know we'll call the sector commander and say, what happened here? There's this kidnapping. You will now mobilize the police, the army, and the hunters and go after them. Those things are not there anymore. In the case of Benin, we had what we call a command and control center. All the security agencies were in that center. Any incident we look at, just like you have in Manchester here. We have cameras. We had emergency numbers everywhere. And we empower the people to give us information. So that way, when you get information, you now know how to respond. But none of that is going on today. No coordination. Security is about intelligence. Security is about it's local. Do you understand? That when I had a problem in Ewu, the same thing. I'll go there, I'll speak to the ONOJ, we'll speak to the community heads, speak to the hunters, up to the hunters. They know who has come where in what forests. They give you information, you don't have enough, you can't get the army to support the special squad. We had drones. I left almost 5 specialized drones to fly. When they kidnaps people at that Okpebholo rail station, you know how we release them? So we left all of these. And people are playing politics with security. You understand? So I'm not in a blame game. I'm saying this thing can be done. Let us hold them accountable and force them to do what they are supposed to do. We did it before. So it can be done. You can secure Edo State. They should stop playing politics with security. More questions?
Obazee.
I have to take a dopo. We have across all the platform, we have almost 700 people watching. In fact, YouTube is TikTok that they are not even seeing your face. They're almost 200. So we have Facebook, we have YouTube. I had to play. This is not even the full video. The engagement is over 2 hours. You could see me moving around that hall. My own was, it gets some alien enemies. When you still sit down for inside that house, okay, once the man just start to talk, we'll just start problem. So at that point, because we don't already put everything in place. We're not even moving. Ambulance full body move. Because we don't already do what we need to do. So you could feel the engagement. Obazee did this engagement in about over 10 cities. What will be 10? Over 12. Canada, Obazee engaged in 4 cities in Canada. America, Obazee was in like 4 cities again in America. That's 8. In UK, yeah, 4 cities: Manchester, Birmingham, Leeds, London. Obazee was in Edinburgh, was in Dublin, was in Italy. You know, if not, we say, okay, we say make we slow down. A pardon put everything out. Let's see if the government will work with this engagement, because they followed the tour. In fact, as I'm talking to you now, Okpebholo is watching you. Everybody in government, as they are watching you, they watch us like World Cup. Put out now why they stream for YouTube, put out for TV, everybody for the room go they watch. So I want you to respond. Obazee openly, the ex-governor openly indicted the current governor, Monte Okpebholo. I want you to respond to this clip, sir.
There was no indictment. It was just a statement of fact.
Okay.
Okpebholo immediately came into office. He dismantled the local government system. He removed all the democratically elected local government chairmen. He removed all the democratically elected councillors and replaced them with some hoodlums from different places in the name of politics. And the person when people vote for, plus person when they just come from corner and say, "We are going to sit in that office." There is a big difference. And so that created that disconnect between the people and the government at the lowest level. Information can't flow up anymore. In any case, even if information flow up to where the security information management system of Obazee they talk about had been dismantled. So there's nothing, it can't function. As I'm talking to you today, there is no command and control center anymore. The 112 and 7399 emergency numbers are not functioning anymore. The cameras that were deployed around Benin City and environs are no longer functioning. The closed circuit communication system, walkie-talkies, where all the sector commanders, they are no longer functioning. In Edo, during Obazee, they had walkie-talkies. The person in Igwebe, the person in sector commander in Akoko Edo, in Ovia Northeast, everybody. So if something was happening anywhere, they could radio. I had one of those walkie-talkies. So I put it. Yes, I had it as a cabinet, as a communication head and a cabinet member. So if I just put it on in the night, I hear all that is going on in the state. In the state. Oh, there's just been an attempted kidnapping in Igwebe. I just on the walkie-talkie. Oh, some people are gathering somewhere in Igwebe. Where's the sector commander? The Tango Alpha, they have their communication method. Tango Alpha, let's the squad go to Igwebe, go and dispatch. All those things are no longer there. The security in Edo during Obazee was not a fluke. It was not that there were no attempts by criminals and bandits to invade Edo. There were, but we were always 10 steps ahead. Because we had, number one, information coming from the grassroots, intelligence coming from the grassroots. through a government that was very close to the grassroots, an effective local government level. We had a database set up by the government where this information flowed to. Information was also flowing from all security agencies. And then we had technology to manage all of this. And so even if you wanted to come and commit a crime in Edo, you know that you will not go free. Those people that came to attack the train station in Ugweben, they were caught. You can't go free. So, and criminals know that once there's going to be repercussion to their acts of crime, they would look for somewhere else to go to. That's how security was managed. Now, Obazee made did this meeting about 9 months, between 9 and 11 months ago. The question you ask yourself now is, Okpebholo has watched this video. What is difficult in going to call these people, say, look, where is Commissioner of Police? Where is the head of DSS? Please sit down. How did people do this thing with Obazee when Obazee was here? Please let us do it. What stops him from doing it? What stops him from doing it? So it means that these people are not interested in our well-being as a people. They are not interested. Do you get it? So that is why today, as we are having this conversation, everybody who is listening, all Edo people who eventually listen to this, you must come to an understanding that we must all rise up and take a decision to take our destiny in our own hands. We all have to come together again and begin to discuss what do we do, because these people are not interested in securing your father or your mother in the village. They are not interested in securing your brothers and sisters in Benin. They are not interested in anything. Are you just going to fold your arms and watch Edo burn down? What do we do? Look at the Nigerian contraption. It's not even heading in a plausible direction. The Edo contraption, the Nigerian contraption is heading to the rocks. Nigeria is in debt. As of today, the federal government alone owes over 66 trillion. If we were to divide 66 trillion among all Nigerians, about 200 million Nigerians, you are owing 670,000 naira as I'm talking to you now. It comes to around 670,000, between 650 and 670,000 per Nigerian debt. And that is not the end. They are still borrowing more. As of today, the government spends 120-something% of its revenue to service its debts. I'm not saying to pay the debt, to service it. You know how to service debt? You just pay the interest, but the debt you see there. So all the revenue that flows into government plus 20% extra, that's what they use in servicing debt in Nigeria. So do you think that enterprise is heading in the right direction? Unless something drastic happens, it's heading for the rocks. So the question we are asking all Edo people, once it gets into that crisis, what do we do? Are we just going to sit down and fold our hands? Okay, if we cannot speak on behalf of Nigeria, can we speak on behalf of Edo? Can Edo people start talking among themselves and say, oh, with security, what do we do? With the economy of our state, what do we do? With the education of our children, what do we do? Can we start having conversation? If Nigeria collapses...
No, Mr. Crusoe, that would be like the last two questions I will ask you, the way forward. Before we get to this one, I know you are, because you are tired of going back to what we've been. This is not this is not like the 10th or the 15th time that you have come to this platform since this according to Ramigo Mumuman entered Osagie Avenue. I can feel it that you are in a hurry to ask citizens to say, now so we'll go the day. What do we want to do? Because I can tell you, now today I pay StreamYard again. I remove my card because StreamYard they debit me $88 every month to stream like this across all platforms. I removed my card like 3-4 months ago to say Our people are not ready. They are, if something happen, they are waiting for Crusoe to speak. They are waiting for Obazee. They are waiting for Joseph Bale. We don't want to understand that this is a problem that is supposed to be an Oshobe solution. Before I take you to that place where you the verse, what carry us go that place. You see the clip that we played just now. I want make you carry you go back small. What is the current state of? I know it's just the first time when I cry for this live stream. I've been on this space for years. That's the first time when I really cry passionately, and the day when they attack Moa, because I've been to many countries. I've been to many countries, and I've been to Rome. I don't see museum for there. I don't see for Greece. I don't see for Indonesia. I don't see for Singapore. I don't see. I know what it be tourism. If I travel, I know what they come out from my hand. Say I use their Uber, I chop their food, drink their wine, enter their plane, do this one. You know. So that Moa was really, really, really dear to me, especially after New York Times listed it as number 26 place to visit in the world. Not be saying that South Africa or on a Cape Verde, Benin City, Edo State. So, what is the current state of Moa? And what is the ex-governor doing to see how he can maybe work with this current government or the federal government or the international agencies, the different companies, countries that invested? Take us through. Is it that as a local, a passenger enter and say, "No concern me"? Talk to us about Moa before we.
Yeah, well, EPA is not the owner of Moa. We have said that repeatedly. So EPA really not get any direct thing when going to do apart from advocacy like this. You know, to say that project, I attracted it to Edo State, and it stands to benefit the entire state, and it stands to take the state to the next level. So let's do everything to protect it. But I believe that the real investors in Moa, the governments of Germany, Switzerland, they are all, you know, in some sort of diplomatic back and forth with the Edo State, with the Nigerian government to save that project. But when you have a daft leading the subnational government, it becomes a problem. You get it? So it is essentially under lock and key. It cannot achieve its potential. It cannot do what it's supposed to do at the moment because we have some people completely brainless who don't understand the value that asset brings to Edo and have decided to sit on top of it. So it's under lock and key. It's stuck. But, you know, like I said, the owners of Moa, the different countries that contributed to it, they are making their diplomatic moves to try to unshackle it, but it is quite shackled at the moment. That's the long and short. That is the calamity of Okpebholo. You have said repeatedly on this platform that evil reign will beat everybody. The evil reign is beating everybody. Look at Edo State today. People are hungry. Do you not know how many calls you get on a daily basis as somebody who people perceive to be well-to-do? What do people ask you when they call you? Is it enough food? They cannot eat. They can't eat. Edo, just like all other states in Nigeria, you know, is in the abyss. Is riddled with poverty, with starvation, hunger, then insecurity, crimes, crisis, health challenge. Everything is on the ground. People are dying. People are dying. I remember when you were doing your advocacy in on the issues of UBTH. I didn't agree with you 100%. You know, with respect to the because you were complaining at the time that people were dying too much in UBTH. It has nothing to do with Isayamu's wife. Neither does it have anything to do with any doctor. The state is in chaos. The state is in chaos. There is no medication. There is no emergency system. Nothing. And UBTH is like the renderer of last resort, because that's where you have that's where they train all the doctors. So at the end of the day, you must go to UBTH. After you have struggled, you go to UBTH. Most people go there and die because they've not had the 2 tiers of health management that they should have before you get to the tertiary level of healthcare. Because you have as a person in a community, then you must have a primary healthcare provider that covers you, where you check your blood pressure and know what your blood pressure is, where you know where your blood sugar is, where you have all your data and details concerning your health. The people who are managing you at that level. From there to secondary, from there to tertiary. Tertiary is UBTH. So when if they flag a problem at the primary healthcare level and they see that problem is bigger than what they can handle, they can now refer you to. But all those first 2, they don't exist. So what happens? Some people just collapse and they rush them to UBTH. And at the time the person gets there, there's not much the person can do. I lost my immediate younger brother last year. My immediate younger brother, he was 49. Oh, he has a headache, Oh, yeah. You know? Do you get it?
Yes.
At that time, UBTH was even on strike. Oh, the doctor called it. There's nothing they can do. There's no primary health care. That my brother was under Edo health insurance program. But the Edo health insurance program had been cancelled. So he couldn't access any health insurance. When he was unconscious in the hospital, they were saying, "Well, give us money before we can start treatment." But if the Edo health insurance was still active, he would have got into the hospital and received treatment immediately he got there. The man who was unconscious, how does he pay? How does he pay? But if they knew that he had insurance, what would have happened? They would have started treating immediately.
Even after your own advocacy since last year for the state, the Igbo race still touch your own younger brother.
Oh yes. I'm not talking about a distant brother. I'm talking about my own brother, the one that just follows me, the same father, the same mother. No treatment, no hospital. Rush to this one, rush to the other one. UBTH is on strike. No doctor here, no doctor there, no doctor. Before daybreak, the boy was gone. Are you following me? So it's not about Iseyamu. It's a system that has collapsed totally. So it is in healthcare, it is in education, it is in security, it's in the economy. I had a conversation with a young man who's running a chain of supermarkets in Edo, and he was literally crying that as of today he uses all his profit to buy diesel to run his generators. All. He was even quarreling that he wants to see Obazee. He needs to confront Obazee. He's angry with Obazee. I say, why? He said, how can he leave us like this? He's the one that it is his progress that brought us to come and invest. That he has invested billions because of the promise, because of the progress Obazee brought. Osogbo Power was giving all his supermarkets back because he operates on that Sapele Road corridor. That Osogbo Power was the lifeline of his business. Now it's gone. He has to service generators, buy diesel, You get it? So the state is gone. Albert, what is the average income of a permanent secretary in Edo State or in Nigeria? The permanent secretary, I don't think they earn more than 500,000 in a month. Sir, what can 500,000 naira do for you in a month? If you buy a bag of rice, pay children's school fees, and what would be left from 500,000?
Maybe you go market once and you fill your tank, finish.
It don't finish. But that is the highest earner in the civil service. They're not it's not up to 10% of the population of civil service that are permanent secretaries. Maybe like 5%. What about the lower staff? All of them earn less than them than permanent secretaries. How do they survive? And those are people who have jobs. What about people who don't? I can tell you that in Edo State today, the average salary cannot be more than 200,000 or 150,000. The average salary of workers can't be more than 150,000. What can you do with 150,000 naira in a month today? If such a person who earns 150,000 falls ill, how will he treat himself? Which medication will he be able to buy? So the state is laying on the ground prostrate completely. Do you get it? The economy is dead. The security is dead. Education is dead. Healthcare is dead. Everything is gone. Are you following me? It is just an illusion. They are living an illusion in Nigeria and in Edo State for that matter. Right now. Just an illusion. Everybody just waking up and trying to do what they can. It's so bad that people have to even stay inside the house to avoid being kidnapped.
Yes.
Do you get it? So it is gone. Sir, the explanation you want me to give is simple. The state is finished. The only people who are surviving in the state, are the people who are close to the treasury, who share the money with the governor once it comes to treasury. Those are the people. The non-mind them, the ego goes, the people who have some access to the government treasury, the politicians, the Jared Tenebes, flying private jets with the meager resources. Those are the only people. And count them. You can count all of them in one finger. Sylvester, you call their name from time to time.
Piccolo, Delicidausa.
Yes. Before I don't think there are more than 200 in the whole state people who are squandering all the state's resources. Do you get it? That's all. Every other person is in penury and living in fear. Every other person is in penury and living in fear. That is a fact. Anybody who is on this broadcast that wants to dispute it, let them put their dispute in the comment section. Tell me that you don't know people who are dying of starvation and hunger in Benin, in Edo. Tell me. Put it in the comment section. People are watching from Facebook and the rest, Abi?
Yes.
Tell them to tell you on the comment section. If you are somebody who is working, tell me that you have not received 2 or 3 phone calls or text messages or emails asking for, brother, we don't feature for our house. Please help us so that we can eat. Or we don't feed. I can't buy my medication. Or I can't go to hospital. If you are a worker and you have not received a text message or 2 from people like that, tell them to put comments. What about diasporans? If you are a diasporan and you don't receive at least 10 requests in a month, then I don't know what I'm saying. Or people saying, "Oh, they're dying here." What about if you are somebody on this network and you don't know somebody that has been kidnapped in the past 6 months? Tell me. So the state is gone. If you are a person on this platform, you have not lost somebody suddenly in the last 1 year. Somebody that just died for no reason. Say, oh, you get headache or you get malaria or tell me that you don't have. You get it? So the state is gone. And so is the country. But people are just pretending as if things are still okay. Everything is gone. The country is in debt. They are struggling to service the debt so that they can get more debt to run the country. Do you hear that? They are struggling to pay service the current debt so that they can get more debt to run the country. That's how the country is being run. So all the monies we make as a country is used to service the existing debt so that we can convince creditors to continue to borrow to us to run the country. How long do you think that is going to last? Let me put it in clear terms for you. Most people who live abroad, they use credit cards, right?
Yes.
There's a minimum payment you make on your credit card. That is the
Yes.
servicing charge. So what Nigeria is doing is Nigeria has a credit card that it uses to run Nigeria. We use all the money we earn as a country plus 20% extra to pay that deposit on the credit card. So that credit card will continue to give us credit to run the country. That's how the country is being run. For how long? And this money we are using credit card to collect, sir, we are not investing it in infrastructure or in economic development. They are using it on recurrence. That is the same chop money that they are chopping to fly a private jet. So tell me, if you don't think that this system is going to crash. It's going to crash unless something drastic happens. Which is why when I was starting this conversation, I talked about Sowore that I think he understands Nigeria more than most people. Because he says this all the time. Listen to him. That half measures can't work for Nigeria. Oh, but we just a manager and it can't work. The whole thing has to be taken down. President has to go. Vice President has to go. Senate, the Senate has to go. The House of Reps has to go. It has to become part-time Senate, part-time House of Reps. Anybody who wants to be president has to be somebody who will be able to work without being paid, without earning anything. It will just be volunteering. If you have not reached that level, don't contest. If you want to run for president of Nigeria, then you must be the kind of person that can work without pay. You have reached that level where you can work without getting paid. You are volunteering all your energy and your time with no benefit. The only benefit is, oh, he's our president. Oh, God bless him. He's helping us. That's the only benefit. To be a minister, you have to be like that too. To be appointed minister, you have to be the kind of person that doesn't need to be paid to work. If you have not reached that level, sorry, minister is not for you. To be senator, you have to be somebody who can volunteer your time. The only thing you get is they will pay your transportation to Senate once in every quarter to come and sit and look at bills. And go, you don't get paid. You have your work. Don't you live in England. Your members of parliament, all of them, they have work.
Yes.
Rishi Sunak, who was the former Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, he works with Goldman Sachs. He's an advisor to Goldman Sachs. And he's a member of parliament. Your local member of parliament in the place where you live in Leeds, go and check. He has a job. He's either a teacher or he's doing something. Nobody goes to politics with nothing to do. That's the Nigeria that can work. The current Nigeria now cannot pay a politician, cannot support a politician, not to talk of a corrupt politician, a thieving politician. Do you get it? That is the radical situation Nigeria needs. More so, Edo's own is bad because we have somebody sitting there as governor who knows nothing except politics.
Okay, Mr. Crusoe, we never see you for a very long time. And I just told you now that I had to resubscribe this StreamYard.
Yes.
And we go appeal to you going forward because the stage where we want to go now, not be the stage of this talk all day, now the stage of action. You understand? Now why I say I need not be just you, any Edo person that is willing to come to my platform to speak. You want to come express your frustration, what you are going through, your business, your family, the evil rain, they collect your land, your brother died, anything you want to say, that we raise that consciousness, that we wake our sleeping citizens up to say, it never reached my turn, no, you'll be like, say, they line people up. They line people up, they all they slaughter them one after the other. When they back, many pass these people. Instead of una to mobilize and say, before you reach my turn, make we attack these people. They wait, make you reach your turn to say,
Confess.
God not really listen to us now. He will really reach your turn. But we waste the day. We choose to mobilize against this nonsense, stupid Okpebholo. I swear, you go the gov, you know go near Benin again. If Okpebholo
Honestly.
knows that anytime he goes to Oba, he passes that Oba market houses, they will stone him for failing Edo, for destroying Edo. Will pass again. Please, before I take you back to this where we did now, I want to make you still watch. Let's go back to the Manchester engagement. I want you listen to just 11. You don't long reach the one we do just now. After that, we will come back. Then we watch him. We will come back, sir.
Is Osagie Nosui Ovorare. I'm the great grandson of Ovorare, related through Uswalele. Your great grandfather, Awu, Nori Obaseki, Nori Yase, never did anything wrong to the Beniria family.
I still have my 5 minutes. Someone said last week, he said, Albert, if I don't talk, I'm going to block you. Yes. And I fear now. May I not go forget the partake.
So, Albert, if doesn't blackmail you, you succumb.
It will not by Your Excellency, Domo, and Mrs. Betsy Obaseki Domo. My name is Osagie Nosui Ovorare. I'm the great grandson of Ovorare, related through Uswalele. Yes, Your Excellency, I am very, very much happy to be with you. But I've always been with you. But you wouldn't know who's saying. I think this is the second time I'm saying it. In your first tenure, I was really committed. I was in Benin. And I saw your late uncle, Oyuki Obaseki. And there were some other things that happened. I had to support that your great-grandfather, Awu, Nori Obaseki, never did anything wrong to the Beniria family. I happen to have seen my father, seen my uncles, and no. They never told me that there is that rift or I did anything wrong. But there is no other avenue. Let me just say it briefly, and I'll ask my questions. Yes, I was served Ovorare. It was in my day. I was served Eweka. And Eweka gave the daughter, Ebose, as wife to Awu. Do you give your daughter to who is your enemy? That's one. And another thing there is, I want to summarize. You see, the time, 1897, there were a lot of things that happened. And I have to thank our ancestors at that time for playing it safe, that Benin was not totally wiped out. And it was under the leadership of Awu Obaseki. But the story is for another day. I don't want to go, but I just want to pinpoint it. 20 years, I was there. Peaceful, and everything went on. Now, another thing I want to say there is this. I do not see what you have done wrong about this thing happening. Talking Obaseki, Omadano, he didn't do it. It's just sheer envy. That's why I say it, my own perception. I stand to be corrected. Another thing there is this. It's just hatred. Because if you had left that your successful business coming to Edo State and to make things right, it's because you love Edo. Because a lot of us are Edo people, when we are comfortable, so face those things. Because one thing there is this. I have looked at Benin. We just have to know our culture and behavior. The Edo man is courageous, but he doesn't speak. His God is civilized. And another the Benin is this. We love ourselves. But sorry, with your apology, I think the most important thing underlined is that back home, the primitiveness makes them, the first thing there is jealousy. When you are doing something, if you build a house that is one-story building, and you now ask our boy, hey, what boy, me have a boy? Yes, I don't see, because I know where you took. I want to say it very well, categorically. It's just sheer jealousy, because I know how you transform Edo. But what I want to tell you, sir, you are an encyclopedia of Edo. And what you have to do, please, I want you to write your stewardship. You will make reference to it. People talk about Awolowo. Awolowo never stayed, never ruled for 5 years or 6 years, but his legacy, your Edo best, and the way, a lot of things, I don't want to count it because I was in Benin. As I remember what you did as regards reducing the suffering of those pensioners. That spectacularly, the old men, people that have served, they will come out to Ring Road and be protesting. It's very painful. And you came, you settled them, you make their money available. No talk of, people have, there are a lot of things. I want you, sir, we'll make reference to it. I remember I worked in Palm House when I was about 18 years. I know how it was in Alita. But at the time you came in, Palm House was, I don't know, you see rats in Palm House. But that's, by the way, please. And another thing, you are already a leader. A lot of us are now with you. Because you have given us a light. You've given us a door. You put it on the high pedestal. And it's a reference point. We'll go there. We'll always. But I'm not surprised about Okpebholo, what he's doing. And you made a recipe that we should let him know what he has to do. Because he doesn't know what to do. He's a mediocrate. He has nothing. I think that one, if he reads all those things you read, he will not be able to understand it. Yes. So there are so many things I can say. There are so many things you have achieved. Yes. Now I want to say one thing. How do we now go? Because you have not given us a line. How do we now go to see that we take Edo back to where you have put it, and then from there we'll go higher? Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Obioba. These people, they don't want to eat Albert. But I think I must answer him, his questions, and also his comments. First, let me appreciate you for your candor and also for your knowledge of history. You see, as a leader, sometimes you want to focus on what is important and what is critical. I am glad that someone from the royal family is putting the record straight. And I want to say it, and I am saying this, I know it's being recorded, and I want anybody who cares to contest it. But for our Obazee, this monarchy would have ended in 1897. And if not for, because I belong and I am a Benin man, and I said nothing must happen to the monarchy. If I wanted, like some crazy politicians, to play politics and do what some other politicians have done with sort of tools in Nigeria, I would have done it and nothing will happen. But we are custodians of our heritage. My great-grandfather did it, and I did it. So whatever anybody is saying today, it's out of pettiness, it's out of mischief, and they don't have a long view of where we are going and where we are coming from. So we should just put that aside and focus on what is critical, which is what most of you have raised today, to say, how do we make our place what it should be? Right? That is the issue. And that solution will come from all of us. But the first thing is, don't keep quiet again. Don't keep quiet again. When you leave this room tonight, you have to say to yourself, where's my network? How do we speak up? And put pressure on them. And it's not from a negative standpoint. It's that you must do the work you are supposed to do. You understand? This is how much you get every month. From federal alone, they get almost 15 billion a month. What do you spend the money on? You're buying vehicles, you're buying. How does that look? Pensioners, for instance, who are the weakest in our society. We had a health insurance scheme and put all of them in this health insurance scheme so that at least they can receive health care. Okpebholo and co have destroyed that scheme. So you now that will have to be sending money to those old people to take care of themselves and to buy their medicines. Why should that burden be on you? So ask him. Look, we can show you evidence of how the person he put there took all the money from that health insurance scheme. We'll give you the evidence. Somebody should ask. We should petition the FCC. They should begin to arrest people so that they can do what they are supposed to do. It is not right that people who have served, who are old, your uncle is the one that affects you. When you get a text and somebody says, brother, send me money. I have not. Ask how. Then you now send it back to the government and say, why are you not helping these people? Do you understand? The problem, the burden is now on you. Look at it from your own, don't even look at, from your own selfish standpoint. Every day you get text. Is it not? Who doesn't receive message here every day that they should send money? Eh? It is not about politics, it's not about APC or PDP. It is about good governance and taking care of our people at home. The burden of taking care of our people cannot rest on you alone in the diaspora. Is that clear?
Thank you very much, everyone. We're going to go on a 35 minutes break now so we can have dinner. Eshi, you know, say, Ray almost spoiled it. And it's at that very day. I know happy, Your Excellency. When I call you around 2 for 9, say I want to bring food. Come, hey, worry. Your Excellency, please lead us to come on, sir. Music, please.
Yes, let's have Mr. Crusoe back. Mr. Crusoe.
About Obazee. You see?
Yes, I'm sure
these
you listen to that clip, and that leads you to my next question. Just like, you were driving us there, just I said, make you wait first. Because I know this clip will take you there. Now, this is what Oga said this last year, November 16. I don't know what we need to do to push Edo people to start demanding accountability from these rogues in Osagie house. For the first time in the history of Nigeria, a state chairman is living like hush puppy. This is not Lagos. Edo is not Rivers. Edo is not Delta. Edo is not Akwa Ibom. Edo is not Bayelsa. Edo is not that rich state. Under Okpebholo, Osomole complained that borrowed like a madman. Look, we just messed up the country. Now, under 8 years of Obazee, now people understand, say, so you mean Edo can work? You mean Edo can have 2 modular refineries? Edo can have 2 ethanol plants? Edo can generate her power? Edo can have an education system like Edo Best? Edo can have a structure like Edo Jobs? Edo can have shop rights? Like, people are still like, what is going on? Other states, Lagos State said that they come Edo, they come understudy what they go on for education. Other countries in Africa, they come. So it was under the Obazee rule. Now we tell us, I said, you mean Edo can work? You mean we can really have these structures in place? Our teachers will they use tab. Obazee go say teachers go America, go train, then come back. So, but in Edo today, look at Piccolo. Piccolo that was just struggling to run a beer parlor some couple of 2 months ago in Benin. He's not a billionaire buying properties in Abuja, buying properties in Boundary Road. Criminals. Recently, I'm sure anytime Jared Rebe travels, he flies private jet, not just the cheap one and the big one he carry. He was in UK with Sylvester to watch football. He was everywhere floating. Go Ugo Boss shop, float. Go Louis Vuitton shop, floating Gucci bags. Like a state chairman, behaving like hush puppy. Like, the impunity like nothing they happen when in power. Criminals. Before, if you see a robber, we go thief. They break or they try to be friendly for the community. Me, they don't say, nah, thief. But under this Okpebholo, they think we be thief with a thief and don't treasure, nothing will happen. Because maybe their papa for Abuja they say still and nothing will happen. So where we did now, Oga, just like what Oga said, that people should leave the Manchester Hall, go and get their phone, charger, connect your network and start demanding accountability. In Torino, Torino, a man walked up to Oga and said he wants to talk. He says, "Sir, how did you do it when you were governor for 8 years? My parents know they call me for money. They know they call me to say money, rigore. He said, but since you left, he said, when you were in government, I saved. And they would they come and pass here. But since you left, the pressure that they feel is safe again. Oga also told them, you guys should speak. Stop waiting for Crusoe. Stop waiting for Bede Faluisibo. Stop waiting for Abba. Stop waiting for Joseph Bale. Everybody should be speaking. So that now lead us to my question, Mr. Crusoe. What is the way forward? The time when Oga talk this thing when we talk for Manchester and London, I don't ever cast it like this. So very few kidnapped people hear that time. So there's a community in Ovia, Northeast, all those Iowa Aziz. People know that area again. So, sir, what is the way forward? And those are we still have over 600 people watching you.
For me, yes, Oga say hold them accountable, but there are some people you just can't hold accountable because they're just criminals. How do you hold Jared Tenebe accountable? Jared Tenebe is a criminal. These are fraudsters. From the history, you get the point. Because we don't need to keep quiet. Everybody know now. These are fraudsters. Who don't know say they be fraudsters? It's only in Nigeria that people will just come and everybody will know say a fraudster, but they will find the way enter government. Literal 419 people. They see them all over. House of Reps.
Dennis, that's the deputy governor.
Not before 419 MD. Who knows?
Was it to check in Canada?
House of Reps members, these different people who want to run for Senate, they are all fraudsters. We know them. But somehow they just keep quiet. So you can't be demanding for accountability from an armed robber that you have given your treasury to. It's not going to work. What we should be mobilizing and talking about now is how to take them down from power. Period.
So are you saying when we have passed the stage of lamenting and demanding for accountability from these hoodlums?
It's still going to be part of it. But you have to set a goal for that demand when they make, for that lamenting when they do. There has to be a goal. What is the goal? The goal is to take the power from them. The first option for taking power from them are democratic means. But that should not be the only option. And I repeat, the first option for taking that power from them is democratic means. But because of the kind of criminals we are dealing with, that should not be the only option. People must be ready to physically go and take power from them. By protest, Do you get it?
Yes.
So gone are the days when we just only rant on social media, which is why I told you that I understand what Sowore is doing. It's not just about ranting on social media. It is part of it. It's important. We should start gathering together. We should start talking because at the end of the day, before we take the option of going to seize the power physically from them, we have to talk first.
Yes.
So the first thing is for people to begin to gather. What do we do? Are we just going to be watching these people? They will go and buy bulletproof vehicles and share for themselves. They will go and buy expensive things and give to themselves. Then they will call you. I hear that they set up some social media. I don't know if you saw that video.
Yes.
That social media group, 50,000 for the people to be attacking critics of the government. Can you think? How can somebody give you 50,000? So go and help him to attack people who are criticizing government so that the government can be good for you. That tells you the extent of the depravity that we must begin. This is the conversation we must now begin to have. Those of you in the diaspora, the leaders of diaspora, because that's where the independent people are. They don't depend on anybody to feed them. They feed themselves. They work hard. In America or in England or in Canada or in Europe, Italy, everywhere, they work hard for their money. Anybody in the diaspora feeds himself, looks after himself, because diaspora is a place where they work extremely hard. If I'm lying, you can correct me. Everybody here works hard. Everybody abroad works hard. So they are independent. So they have their voice. So they must begin to talk. We must begin to rendezvous, come together and say, and the talk should be what way forward? What do we do? Obazee told these people the things to do. Have they done it now?
No.
They are not interested in doing it. So what do we, now that is clear to us that they are not interested in doing it, what do we do? How do we change this? Are we just going to keep talking? Okay, let's be talking, but to what intent? To what purpose? The purpose should be to stop them in their tracks and take the power from them. Like I said, the first option is democratic. But that should not be the only option. Because criminals don't listen to dialogue. Criminals must be seized and the power taken from them. That is what I think is necessary now. Other people may disagree with me, but disagree with me all you want. If you don't take the power from these criminals, they are going to destroy the country. If you don't take the power from these criminals, they're going to destroy the state. The state will grind down. Simple. You think they're going to continue stealing like this and the state will remain? No. You think they're going to continue buying all these SUVs, all these, flying private jet up and down at the drop of a hat, and then the state will continue to float? It won't float. At some point, it will hook. And who will suffer it? It's you and I. Because people must chop. People must go. People will die in their numbers. Are we going to wait for that to happen? People are already dying in large numbers. Just check. Look around you. Check how people are just falling and dying. Young people, middle-aged people. People are sick, they can't buy their medications. People are hungry, they can't feed. So what are you going to do? You want to demand for accountability from people who are criminals by their very upbringing and by their nature. It's not going to work. So advocacy should increase. Dialogues should increase. We must come into groups and begin to talk, but we should not just only talk as the only goal. No, talking will be the preparation for going to take power from these people. First option for taking power is by democratic means. But if they make democratic means impossible, take it by force. Because like you said, they cannot be more than us. Look at Piccolo now. Giving 50,000 to maybe 100 people or 200 people. You 200 people collecting 50,000 for Piccolo, go and meet him and ask him why. What gives him the right to be the one giving you 50,000? Are you following me now?
Yes.
That's it. Confrontation. Conversations, dialogues, and confrontation. Seize power from them. First option by democracy. But if they make democracy impossible, seize it by force.
Mr. Crusoe, let me pause you. We are still going to hold you for another 20-25 minutes.
Yes.
Let me pause you, yes, sir. You see, just like you said, that the kind of calls we receive and the pressure that we get back home. Even me, where day, yes, sir. Sometimes I find it difficult to address myself as one of those living in diaspora. Because I'm yet to fully incorporate myself into the system because of the problem and the pressure back home. Logo. The place I was supposed to go in the afternoon will make me come this broadcast late. I no quick go. And I sit down for chair, they press phone. That phone fall from my hand. What did make phone fall from my hand? I just sleep. Now my wife say, "Oh God, not you the only talk and say I work with the house. Just try go sleep." before we go where we dey go. So before we go first do 1 hour first, sleep, come down, come. Let me tell you, Cheso. Epa, since this Okpebholo enter, I have never received a good news phone call from Edo State, either from friends, family, business partners, political associates, even in the opposition. I never received one about so person just build house, so person come. Even the diasporas we say who be about what about the talk Sowore, the ones we go house December, January. As they come back, they regret waiting carry them go house. I was watching a video of one guy that was writing some days ago. He said, if you know say you be a cartel, you dey come Nigeria. Never you come to Nigeria again with 500 euro or 1,000 euro. That you will end up being a begging akate in Edo because Edo don't cast. There is no government in Edo. There is no rule of law. If you go to Ring Road, we have thousands of Ogbe boys who don't convert different streets to shops. They just allocate space for you. Shade there, no government. Okpebholo owned is from government house to airport, from airport to Abuja. From Abuja, he go use helicopter. He convoy go use road, come Irua. He go use helicopter, come Irua. From maybe Monday morning, they go use road, come Bini. No Sari. Okpebholo moves like a criminal in Edo. Maybe he's scared that one day, market women will come and they will begin pet am with stones. I don't know what Edo put the wait for. Once he sneak into government house, call Julius Anelu, because that was, from my information, that was one of the most senior criminal that we have. The AG, the most senior criminal that we have in the state today. The commissioner for finance called them and say, what is available? National chairman wants money. Oshomole wants me to bring something. Akpabio wants money. Wike wants money. The next thing, protocol, Piccolo, heads of protocol. They don't already they don't load all the money straight to PJ. By Tuesday morning, you don't come out. Wednesday, Tuesday, I was okay. Make it not be like say people say we know they work. Call the contractor for flower, and they walking today and Saturday. He said, okay, yeah, call number there, go. Let them just be taught. If by Tuesday, by Wednesday evening, is out of the state. 2 days. The 2 days is not to work. But when you hear Escola saying that they do ESCO meeting, it does not exist. Under Obazee, ESCO meeting was Wednesday 10 o'clock. Oh, you know.
I'm a member. I was a member.
Wednesday 10 o'clock. If a pie is not in, yes, you must carry your fire. If a pie is not in town, now Zoom. Now Zoom. Nothing like say they not do ESCO today. How? Security meeting was after ESCO. Obazee will meet with security, NSDC, DSS, police, immigration. Oh yeah, what's going on? How many people enter Edo? How many trucks enter Edo? What did they carry come? How many people they put for inside the car? All this thing. Who is Martini? I know because that time on Wednesday like this, if we did, you go see once now close from ESCO.
All of us will come out.
Everybody go, you must be up and doing in your ministry to attend ESCO. Because a party you say, Crusoe, what is going on? What is going on? You must be up and doing. In Edo today, sir, the governor, the deputy governor Atashi, he's not in the government, but the man just give him money every month. Say, don't complain, take your money, go away, go somewhere for your house, they play tennis. The Piccolo, Sylvester, Jaretenebe, who? And these people like your mention give you so they run the state. None of them get BSc. None of them get BSc. And now Jaretenebe they try to buy one certificate, say he did do one law, then because money don't day now, so anything is possible. I never receive any meaningful call. If I tell you pressure, Association of Hotel Owners reach out to me to say what I think do for people to they come and do. I said people they come and do. They say I can't tell them or I can't bury and do. that most of the Akate came to do burial. They don't come out. Even the people that have died since that December, Korish now, the Akate that will still enter December, January, many. They no longer come to open their Airbnb where they build, or to open their house, or to open their farm, or to check their investment. They only come to town for wedding or burial.
That's it.
So once the hotel owners do that December, January traffic, it don't finish. So Edo is now reduced to like 60 days economy. December, January, people that are coming to burial. Before, they used to, even when I see speak to some car dealers, they said before, you go see people come from Ogara, Asaba, Bayelsa, Port Harcourt. Now Edo be the headquarter of vehicles where they come back from Sapele Road.
Yes.
The Mumu governor, according to Ranamigo, he got say they scattered bypass. Bypass where Obazee was he trying to use what do they call this construction company to do palliative while dragging Umahi to do that? What the man was he trying to make sure say that road is motorable. You feel see driver. If you don't drive, go follow Airport Road, follow Iriri, the road where he do. Go see that Iriri and the road don't fail because the pressure, because the failure of that bypass, all the trucks begin follow the state road. The state road was not built for federal pressure. So every sectors of the state all collapse. In fact, if you go education today, I'm sure you saw what happened at the last children day for function.
That's it. That was a signpost of the decadence in education.
You know, so I spoke to some teachers in the system. They said, bro, this woman, this PS now will cause this havoc. The PS was redeployed from that ministry under Obazee to admin. I don't know where they kind of go. They said because the moguleness of this Okpebholo, they were playing politics and bribing people to bring them back. They went to bribe Severe Abi, who they go bribe. They brought the woman back. That when Padi Yamu was there, that in fairness to Padi Yamu, say Padi Yamu was trying to keep to John of Yahweh standard to say, how John, if the man was very smart. He was asking people, how Joan Oviale do it, how he did do. Now, why people say the guy was even trying to say, okay, make him do something. And that one come up now and go pursue your selfish election, this thing. The thing don't collapse. So, Mr. Crusoe, we should change the government through democratic. If it don't work, let us. That all leads us to the next question I want to ask you. I've been receiving a lot of backlash, insults, criticism, rejection from my supporters, from people who love me, who believe me. What is the fight? Abat, why are you supporting Sowore? Sowore will not win. Sowore is a content creator. Some will say Sowore is working for Tinubu. I should be supporting Obi. I won't ask myself, okay, what about Atiku? No, Atiku is too old for Atiku to come. Make Tinubu you remain there. And that's okay. If you say Tinubu is still an option at this critical stage of our country, Nigeria, you still see Tinubu as option, then you have a mental problem. I should be blocking you, not you coming to say, I be your fan. If you be my fan, that fan what you do for many years don't expire today. Come me want to look for you for Facebook, make I block you. If you still see Tinubu as option to say, if we cannot elect to be, let Tinubu remain there. I not told one of them to say, the reason I am with Sowore, if we say let's go through the democratic process, okay, let's say Obi Atiku. Me and you know, say the mafia in Aso Rock don't already pocket INEC, pocket police, pocket DSS, pocket the Oga of them or the judiciary. So if they rig you for field, you are supposed to say judiciary is the last hope of the common man. We cannot don't make the don't turn judges to Yahoo boys. They don't live in luxury homes in Asokoro. If you do bad judgment, they will kick you out of that place. The accommodation will they give you. If you do bad judgment, they'll kick you out of that place. So where we want to go now? Now I call it as I say, now why me Kosuki? Let us go with Sowore, who understands this. The states where we dare to say, leave this people, leave PVC, Let me see where in Nigeria already, if there's a free and fair election, by 11 o'clock, Tinubu don't lose election. If INEC release materials, they release all the Form A, Form BCA, enemy result sheets. Then by 11 o'clock, Tinubu don't reach house. But Sowore and me and you know say that one no go work. We do it for us where Obazee deliver us when in 15 local government. Don't be over. Now you were with the former governor where the core governor said they change result for INEC now.
Straight up. We go
My
there.
team were with they were with you in the government in
Yes.
government's command and control center.
Yeah.
Result don't show say we don't win for fee. Don't be
Yeah.
a party receive call from our contact for INEC say, oh guy,
Yeah,
if
they
you don't
change
come
result.
now, they don't change result to. And they don't they say, oh God, a person made day break. They say, which day break? 4 day break, all that result finish. And that's in the morning I say go to court. Not be a party move, go there that night.
We follow
So
up
if
there.
we those are still saying, hey, Obi go win, they go win for feed. How want to win to for feed? Even look at the so-called party where Obi go today now, NDC. NDC don't do primaries. They are now behaving like APC. They do APC do primaries, they hold the results. Is there Yamu saying that he be senator? Obene saying that he be senator. As we speak, the national hold results, they don't worry. Anytime we like, we'll release them. Same thing NDC did. They rig obedient out. They chased all the obedient away. The usual character of a politician, Dixie. Dixie don't say Kwakwaso will give a problem. He allowed Kwakwaso have his way in the north. There's a Kwakwaso bedroom for the anoint who will be governor, who will be house of rep. Now the same people will say they will resist Tinubu if Tinubu rig election. They already rig their own primaries. The only party we don't conduct proper primaries. They just say, Sowore, now you go submit them to INEC. It's ANC. Sowore is saying, if we can win Abuja, we don't take over the country. Because the people we will vote for Abuja go follow Sowore, and that they will swear Sowore in. Sowore does not need the chief judge to come bring one miserable this because we want to swear you in. Once we walk it inside Aso Rock, what does start? The rebuilding of the country does start. All the Jagaban, the college say, okay, you have 48 hours to leave. But whatever you have at body law or your enemy, now the country can't get out. We're going to convert it to the country's asset. So now why people like us, okay, not be everybody go take the PVC, vote for me. We did the revolutionary side to say, if we need to move, somebody like me, if they don't let me fly, enter Nigeria, make I come down from Murtala Mohammed Airport, in Yoko Walawa, we are in about the ring road. We are marching to Sadebe to go chase these hoodlums. And the day when they go see me for center of ring road, say, Abad is the ring road, leading protesters to Osadebe. I swear, helicopter, before we from ring road march to Osadebe, the people don't shatter emergency helicopter to take them out. Because they have done enough. Mr. Crusoe, sir, wetin we want to now, because people are still distracted with this article thing, OBT. I don't see like wetin go work. Wetin we go fit do now to take back our state, sir?
Well, honestly speaking, we must always advocate for democracy.
Okay.
That is why I said democracy first. And even the show already when they support, democracy be the means when they try to use. That's why I set up a political party when they don't nominate them now to run for president. Because democracy is the best option. But what is necessary, which is what Obi did not have, because Obi now be my best option, me personally. Because I feel say Obi go feel rally more people than Sowore. That's just my feeling, because he's been in politics before. Feel rally more people, and he appears to be also honest. But what Obi did not have in 2023 is the force of when he don't see her now say they don't rig him out of government. He just run. He just come out. That one not go walk again. That type not go walk again. You can't just say, oh, they rig me out, I'm going to court. It's not going to work. There's no court. You and I know there's no court. Sowore know. Even Peter B knows say court not there. The court not there. Look at the election. We won the election. We had our results. They wrote new results. They wrote a final result where not get foundation. That is, go to INEC to the tell them, they show you Oredo Ward 1 units, this result. When he match up with the one where they announced, they not get them till today. They don't have it. They don't have the raw scores. It be like a student when you give first class, when they now say go to his year one, may go bring all in raw scores, all in results. They not get. Yet we went to court and they gave the election to Okpebholo in court. Even though obviously there was no document backing. They only were telling us that may we go prove, say the result not fake. When they're right. INEC portal where INEC is open, when they upload the authentic results straight from units, we print those results, certified true copies, certified by INEC. We present them for court. Judge don't look at. It's a dumping of documents on the courts. Are you following me? So there is no court. Forget court. So first option is democracy, which is go to the election and try and do the election. If they rig them, take it by force. Because Nigeria does not have the luxury of may we try, may we all live there. Nigeria does not have it. And let me give you my opinion. If we don't take the country like that, as I've explained now, first option, democracy, if we see they willingly and openly and clearly violate the rules and right result, we're supposed to go to chase them out of Aso Rock, chase them out of anywhere when they did. Physically. If we are not ready for that, then we're not ready. These people in power need to know, say, they have to conduct this election free and fair. If they're not collecting free and fair, the people will come to us in our government houses and in our Aso Rocks and kick us out. Once they know that, they will conduct the election properly. So, gone are the days when you go to election and you say that you are just waiting for the election results to come out, and then when the result they don't come out, you can't say, well, as a law-abiding Nigerian, we'll meet in court. Now lie you. That one not go work again. Period. Yes, Peter Obi is my preferred candidate as a person. I not talk with Obazee, I not discuss with me as a person when me prefer now Peter Obi. But the only thing I know they see, be say Peter Obi, I know they see what if Peter Obi goes into the election today and they write the result, I'm not seeing what he can do. I suspect he will say, let's go to court. And I know that will not work. It will not work. So if anybody close to Peter Obi, when they talk, say about why you not support, may they go ask Peter Obi, in the event of the election and when they rig it, what does he plan to do? Mm-hmm. He should tell them. Because as I have it on good authority that the statisticians, when one create the result, when they want to announce for INEC, they are already working right now. They are creating raw result already. Acceptable, logical, mathematically consistent result are being created as we speak. So that when that time comes, when they present the result, mathematically it will be sound, logically it will be sound, politically it will make sense. They will announce it.
They'll just allocate votes.
Yes, now. Once they do that, Peter Obi, Mr. Peter Obi, beloved Mr. Peter Obi, when we like, what will you do? Are you going to say, well, my people, we will go and challenge this result. We don't accept him challenging in court. I be saying, not serious. Now take it back. Now go gather for Aso Rock. Say, Oga, that result I'm going to read. Not be the result, be that. Gather for Osagie, gather for Alausa, gather for everywhere. That result I'm not read. Now lie, not fake. Look my own result for my unit. Look my own. Look my now why you now do. We don't agree. If you want to kill us, kill all of us. And then you be ready to grab them. That's the way out. And finally, along those lines, if we don't do this, Nigeria will still fail. It may just take a little bit longer, a little more time. Nigeria will still fail. Because Nigeria, if they continue to run it the way they are running it now, it will fail. Go and mark it down. The only thing I cannot tell you is when. But it will fail. It can be before the end of this year. It can be just after the election.
Okay, sir. One question I want to ask, because from what we are seeing today is a couple of months ago, we saw some kind of unity among the opposition leaders. They came together and say, we cannot challenge this man in Aso Rock, according to Reno Mokiri, a drug baron. So we cannot kick this drug baron out if we don't form a united opposition. They came together, Atiku, Amechi, Erofai, even Peter Obi joined, Kwakwaso. Said if they go united and present one presidential candidate, they will be able to rally Nigerians to challenge the system in case Tinubu and his INEC gang decides to write results. Now, Nigerians were looking at, okay, President Tinubu versus opposition, ADC, which will present one presidential candidate. After some time, we can begin to see division. PDP say no, they want their own. We don't see NDC now. Obi Akwaso go NDC. Atiku and his people remain in ADC. We are seeing Makinde in another party. We are seeing this former Cross River State Governor Donald Duke in another party. We are also seeing people saying that Jonathan should come and take the PDP ticket. Now, because it is clear that it is even the ruling party that is funding this division. They don't want a united opposition, because with that they cannot control the reaction from the people if there's any form of rigging. Now, if they succeed, Obi continue this strong head or say I must be president under NDC. Atiku will say no. Now my last shot be this to contest. I did ADC. Jonathan said he don't fed the North want him. He run. This one go and we now have like 6 or 5, minimum 5 presidential candidates. Opposition candidates. And Tinubu and his INEC judiciary gang decides to go ahead and announce the already prepared results. How we want to come together? Who we want to say na we? Are we not going to say na Obi or na Atiku or na Sowore or na Jonathan? How we want to come together and say who we?
Now all this one be the thing we they talk. That is why I said that Obi get questions to answer.
Okay.
He get questions to answer. That's why I say he get questions to answer. If you don't answer those questions, well, it don't work.
Okay.
I don't believe that Atiku should contest election.
Okay.
Now the same Atiku attitude now he put us for where Tinubu put us so. He put us in the same place for Buhari as well. Buhari just wanted to be president because he believes he's unpopular, reach to be president. And he qualified because of the anti-corruption and all of that. He just wanted it to be his lifetime achievement. Not because he believed he was the best candidate for Nigeria.
No.
The same thing is what Tinubu came for. Tinubu say, Miloko, it's my turn.
Yes.
Now the same thing they worried Atiku, so he believes it is he wants to be president, not because he gave one special plan when one used to help Nigeria, but because it's a lifetime ambition he wants to achieve before he leaves this world. We don't want those kinds of people to contest election anymore. People who just want to go there. It just be like some men when just want to sleep with a particular woman, to just talk, say, then sleep with her. Compared to a man when get vision for that woman, when one marry him, get vision, get plans. Yeah, this woman I can marry her, we can build a life together. Meanwhile, there's another man, he just say, this girl is so beautiful. All I want to achieve is I want to make sure I have carnal knowledge of her. Make it. That's my own local analysis of people like Tinubu. Buhari even fell in that category, and Atiku has now fallen in that category. Did you get it? My time will soon finish. I'm now 70. This is my ambition. I must achieve it before I come out for this world. It should not be so. That's not how presidents. Obasanjo did not become president like that. You notice Obasanjo is the best president Nigeria has produced yet. Jonathan did not become a president like that of say, I just want, it's my life accomplishment. I just want to add it to my life. Jonathan became a president because Yar'Adua died. He can't become president. He can't contest. He can't be president. He also, if you notice, he's done better than all these other presidents as well. The presidents who have done the worst are presidents who just wanted to be, people who just wanted to be president. Buhari was one of them. Doesn't mean that I don't like Buhari. I like the fact that he looked like an honest man to a larger, compared to these people who weren't there now. I didn't like all the things he did, but he showed some level of honesty. Compared to the people on the see so. But he is in that category too. He just wanted to be president. Just want to touch that place. Make it, they say, history of Nigeria. Buhari was president. The same thing with Tinubu. Tinubu wants that to be part of his accomplishment, say, him become president. The same thing with Atiku. It is not that he has a plan for Nigeria. He just wants to sit in that office. But it's not the same for Peter Obi. Because Peter Obi is in his 60s. He can contest now. He feels he has a plan. You get the point. It's not the same thing for Sowore. Sowore is not just trying to achieve one, being a president and move on. No. Sowore believes that he has an ideology he wants to bring into Nigeria. Do you get? Those are the kinds of people that we should make president now. Not people who just want to do it. Make it be, say, once the roll call is called, my name will be called as a one-time president of Nigeria. Do you get it? That's my thinking on that. So finally, the solution, the best democratic solution to the problem is what you described. All opposition leaders coming together and backing one person, but not just one anyhow person. One real person will get vision. If this opposition come together and back Atiku, is useless. It's useless. It won't do the country any good. But if they come together and back Sowore, it's not useless. If they come together and back Obi, it's not useless. You get it? This is mine. So if they not come together, they made it more difficult. Because the revolution will be difficult to pursue. But if they make it one person, because the politics time the day. So who knows? Maybe they will wake up eventually and say, no, I collapse my structure, all of them can collapse. If like 80% of the existing party, if we choose one candidate, make the opposition to Tinubu, it will now become more difficult for Tinubu to be able to present that statistical result when they work on now. Because you can clear say that between these two people, now the votes they want share the vote. How you want to explain say you win Adamawa? How you want to explain say you win Sokoto? How you want to explain say you win Katsina? How you want to explain say you win Benin, those states? when nobody vote for you, it becomes more difficult. But when there 6 people are, or you butcher the results, share them with sense. So that's the situation. Number 1, we are still agreed on one thing. The revolution must be in the cards. It must be an option. It must be what we do next after democracy fails. After we try to go to election and we say they will rig. We must have it at the back of our mind that we want to go to Aso Rock and remove them there. We want to go to Osagie and remove them there. If you don't have that as an option, they will not. The criminals they will think that they can dribble you. So it does 2 things for you if you have that as an option. It forces them to be honest, because they know say the option when day after this election na fight. If to election day come like this, everybody vote for Tinubu, nobody go fight now. Really, say everybody actually vote for Tinubu and Tinubu get the maximum result. They announce that you go fight.
No,
I don't go fight now. What you go cause fight and say me vote for Peter Obi? You can't call say that Tinubu I vote for. Now that problem day. That's where the problem is. So in the final analysis, conversations must begin now. People must begin to talk. This is not my own personal opinion. People must begin to talk, but not just talk for talking's sake. Talk to prepare ourselves first for the democratic option. And then why doing that? Why praying ourselves for that democratic option? We begin to tell ourselves and everybody who cares to listen that look, this democratic option are the first option. The next option now fight. We not agree with the rigor. We will go Aso Rock. If they want to kill all of us, we they kill all of us. We go Sadebe. If they want to kill everybody, then go see and say we serious. We go prepare. We'll show them the tools we want to use. See how look we are coming. They will conduct an election. You will see say they will behave. Because they don't say the option, we say they come with them. But if you say your option now, if they rig you out to go court, they don't happy with that. Because they don't say court not day. Supreme Court not day. The High Court not court. No tribunal, none day. There's no court. Period. That's my submission.
Wow. Thank you very much, Mr. Crusoe, for that interview. I just get 2 more questions for you before we let you go. It's over 2 hours, 30 minutes already streaming, and where I know people are really Facebook. We are all together. We still have over 700 people watching us today. Before my final question, make I just ask you: there's this guy. I'm sure you know him, Mr. John Mayaki, who is now out, is on rampage. You know, he was just doing his nonsense, normal hustling, until recently when some those decided to say, we'll not just continue to ignore this guy, make it a spew rubbish, make it a distract Edo people when Edo people are in penury, we're in danger. Can you just I'm sure you are seeing his nonsense, watery write-up. Can you just talk to us about him? Why is he doing that? Why is he trying to drag the former governor into their shenanigans?
John Mayaki is somebody without a job. And he's without a job because he does not have complete skill set. Not get complete skill set. If they follow me, he is supposed to be a writer, but it's not a complete writer. You see, because a real writer must have the ingredient what we call integrity. Before you feel make money before you feel become a professional communication person, you must have the ingredients of integrity, which Mayaki does not have. So that leaves him hanging. So he's without a job. I've been out of government for 2 years now. Abi?
Yes.
You see, and I don't be my work.
No.
You know, they read this day now, at least once in a week. You will see my research articles for this day published. I did do my work. I'm back to my job because I have a job. I know it, I have a skill, but Jomaraki unfortunately not get. He just stumbled into the corridors of public office during Obaseki's time. Obaseki was misled by some people to engage him. But the best decision Obaseki took as a governor was identifying these guys, incompetence. Jomaraki's incompetent and firing him. That was for me, that's the best decision, best political decision Obaseki took. And fired him. He just immediately see the fault lines, quick fire and sack him. You get the point?
Yes.
So what you are seeing, Mayaki talking about Obaseki is because he has no. Even Okpebholo, they see me. Apart from when you bring me up, like they see me, they talk Okpebholo up and down. He said, "Yeah, Okpebholo is not my job. I have my job. I have what I do. When I wake up every morning, I have an idea of exactly what I want to do that day. So I go about my job. But if you are somebody without skills and therefore cannot hold down a job, what do? You resort to all different tactics. So John Mayake is just looking for what to eat. Do you get the point? And I'm sure some people within the APC, they give us small thing. So that's why he's saying all he's saying. So I know, this is the same thing we have been talking about since. The approach to politics must change. People will not get work, not supposed to get any business with politics. People who don't have a means of livelihood should not be found near politics. Should not be found near politics. Council or whatever it is they call them in England, when they represent you for leads, I don't talk about before. He has a job.
Yes.
When you wake up for money, go to work. If then get a meeting for the council, you go to later. You go schedule them. They all have jobs. They all work. So when Nigeria, but unfortunately, 95% of people, when they in the corridors of political power, they don't get job. They don't have another thing that they do when be their work. I'm not saying that the work must be expensive or must be pay. I'm a journalist now. I'm not rich. The job don't they pay me like CBN, Abi?
Yes.
But it provides my daily bread. You get it? That dignity, that honor, that integrity, when they attach to somebody having a job, is what has kept me in check. But Mayaki does not have it. And the same with many political actors. So the solution to the problem of somebody like Mayaki going forward is that anybody in government, anybody coming close to government, the first question when you suppose ask and say, what do you do? What is your work? What do you do for a living? You say, I am a journalist, or I am a doctor, or I am a teacher, or I am a vulcanizer, or I am a tailor. You will get job. It's okay. So why are you interested in politics? Oh, I'm interested because I want to be part of people make contribution for the transformation of my state. So what are you expecting out of it? Nothing serious. I just want to be, I am able to survive already as a tailor. So I just want to contribute. It may not be at my own cost. Maybe the government can bear the cost. Maybe government wants to send me transport, send me go here. They'll give me motor to take go. They want to send me. But say, now government now want to bring all the money where I go to chop, where I go to give my family, where I go to give my,
The fly private jet, they wear bushy.
Private jet. No. So that is long and short of Jomaki's problem, is a young man without complete set of skills, and therefore does not have a job, and therefore he lives at the mercy of some political actors who give him money to do certain things. So in the current circumstance, I'm sure maybe I hear saying that Jaitenebe, they phone down, they don't give us some money. So anything when they tell him may talk, now he go talk now. Look at the other Benin guy too, who is so pathetic, Curtis Ugbo. The same thing, you can see, he doesn't have a job.
Doesn't.
He doesn't have a job. And then winner. So they would give him money and say, just cost this person talk. So the solution to the problem is part of this revolution. By the time we are able to take this country back, we will not make rules. You think with somebody like Sowore now, if he's president, you can't just come, you not get work, you not get what they do. You come, they'll constantly they make you minister of one thing. For what? Which work do they do? You have to have a job. Sowore has a job. Sowore has been a publisher for years. At least I know say Sowore don't be publisher for not less than the time when me don't be journalist. Not less than the time when me don't be journalist. So he get job. He has something he does. You get it? So that is the solution. That's the problem that John Mayaki has. So it's not entirely his fault. It's hunger. He's looking for food. You know, that's the problem.
So my last question today, and we are still going to bring you back. Okay, let's still, since you've not spoken to us for a very long time, let's assume that Okpebholo will listen to you this night. Definitely Okpebholo and his gang, they are watching us right now. In 5 minutes, can you just send, can you advise him, like, anyhow it be, they say, can you send a message to Okpebholo as regard the state of insecurity, the state of bad governance in Edo State?
My advice to Okpebholo remains the same. That the thing you stole has spent a long time in your hand does not change the fact that you stole it. I'll say that again. That the thing you stole has spent a long time in your hands does not change the fact that you stole it. If as we did here, so they about you go see one young couple, you go steal the man wife from him. You can't say that you can't get the wife. Doesn't change who get the wife. The real person who get the wife, not the husband of the wife.
And everybody know get the wife.
Yes, so it's the same thing. Okpebholo is serving out another person's tenure as governor. The person who won the election in Edo State is Dr. Aswe Ighodalo. Now he win the election. Okpebholo no. Wike no. Tinubu no. All of them know say Edo State right now. Now the person who lose the election, I sit down for this state, these two. So my advice to Okpebholo, again, I hear where he should return the mandate to the person who get her. You should forget about court talk and forget. No matter whether court talk and the court that like court. You should forget that INEC released the result. He knows that result was written for him. And then finally, he doesn't have the competence to be a governor. Doesn't know what to do. Doesn't know what to do. So my advice, my honest advice, I know he won't take it, but that's my advice, is that yes, I stole this mandate. As we come and take your mandate, is yours. I stole it. That's the situation. Unless that is done, there is no solution. You cannot give what you don't have. The only thing that Okpebholo is interested in is playing politics in such a way that it can keep him in office for another 4 years after this first one finished. That's all. If he needs to give out every kobo when they do treasury, he will give it out. He does not understand governance at this level. He can't do it. Doesn't know what to do to spark economic regeneration. Doesn't know what to do to create generate electricity. Doesn't know what to do. So back to my final conclusion. Okpebholo should hand over government to the person who will win the election, and the person that asks will go down. I know it's something he cannot do, but that's what he needs to do. Then, to the people, get ready to force them out of office, not just by democratic means, but by force if they refuse to accept, if they refuse to allow democracy to provide the change. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Crusoe Osagie, for this wonderful time, almost 3 hours talking. And, I can see the anger in your system. The way you talk to, they don't be so you talk before you go just talk and say, okay, they can do this, try to give them direction and profile solution to that problem. But today, it clears, okay, this motto, they say we will try to manage. It don't break down.
It don't break down.
It don't break down. It don't pack up. The only option is to change it.
They don't change the motto. They don't tip the motto. We need to first go recover the motto from the thieves first.
Yes.
And then before we now begin to repair them. That's all.
So, sir, I want to really thank you. And I also want to appeal to you to say, as they do I know you are back to your journalism, to your normal, aside journalism, and also you still get 1 or 2 coded small business where you follow up. Be John Mayaki tried to go into farming, but I hear say the farm itself. Now the farming, that farmer. So he come, he bagger almost all the rabbits. They say they trade, he chop them, the fowl, So he don't get choice now to go on camera.
He's not a farmer. He doesn't have the job. You get. If a farmer goes start farming,
he was trying to parade himself one time that he's not into farming, and
I don't. Maybe you didn't understand what I was saying about him. I say he not gets complete set of skills for something. You understand? You not get skills for journalism. You not get skills for farming. Now my father and I teach him. Now he explained that to me. Then he say the quickest way for a man to be frustrated is when he does not have a means of livelihood, not learn work. Come out winner. That's the problem. So whether I want farm or tomorrow may go set up mechanic workshop, he go fail. Yeah, because he not be mechanic. He not be journalist, he not be farmer, he not be anything. He just be somebody when stumble into the corridors of power for not be about 3 months or 4 months, he be CPS for Obazee and then stumbled out. What has he been since that time? Tell me.
Okay. What if you open restaurants? You don't need special skill to run the restaurant.
He's not a caterer. He's not he doesn't have No, you think say to open a restaurant and just by mouth, you must know the job. That's what Aliko keeps saying, that anybody cannot survive in a business he does not know. Any business when you want to do, you must know him like the back of your hand. Any job when you want to do, you must know him. So what I can say he needs to do now, to go and settle down, stop deceiving himself and acquire a skill and then use that skill to survive. Instead of just surviving on blackmail and telling lies.
But he's not into content creation, he's not doing videos like Chrisosa.
Oh yeah, maybe we see how many views he get now. How many followers he gonna get.
All right, Mr. Crusoe, and we will still appreciate if anytime. I mean, you still, as you don't go back to your hustle, maybe you still try to follow up on it. Anytime we get trendy matter that maybe we don't know, maybe tomorrow we hear say Okpebholo he slap Dennis, we'll still call you. Maybe you come talk to us, or maybe you tell us what's happening and the way forward. Thank you very much for your time this evening.
It's part of journalism.
Yes, thank you very much for this evening. We appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much. Good night.
God bless. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Woo! It's been a long evening, almost 3 hours streaming live with Mr. Crusoe Osagie. Easy to hold busy people. Mr. Crusoe is very, very busy, a very busy person. Just like he said, after office, after government, Obazee went back to his business. Today is a visiting scholar in Boston University in America, as well. I went back to my business, real estate, if not for Okpebholo, we scatter real estate today. My plan relocated to the UK was 1 month in the UK, 3 months in Nigeria. That was my plan when I take come here. 1 month in UK or 1 month in UK, 4 months in Nigeria. That Nigeria not be say Edo State, Lagos, Abuja, then most of my client dey. But the guy now does say make I not come and do it. If I come and do it for prison. But thank God we still get other 1 or 2 within survive. And that's it. So for me, everything Mr. Crusoe said is on point. If we don't take charge, we don't go take over the country, take over the state. Forget. You see this evil rain. Now it'll be evil rain again. It also turn evil flood. It will sweep your property. It will also turn evil earthquake. It will destroy everything you get. All these guys don't acquire properties outside the country. They don't prepare their escape route. To say if it's set where I want to go, which country I want to go. If I don't go to the country, I want to pay rent or I get my. They don't prepare their escape route. Now you need look. So the sooner we chase them out, the better for us. So guys, I want to shut down Facebook and the YouTube. Let me just follow my TikTok people wrong things, TikTok just DSs, they know they see Crusoe, Mr. Crusoe. They just they manage the audio. So let me chat with my TikTok family maybe for like 20 minutes before we go. So if you are watching us on Facebook, you can join us on TikTok, Sitting and Just City Boss. You are watching us on YouTube, you can join us on TikTok. We'll continue the conversation there, and maybe we'll need to bring 1 or 2 persons up to just talk to us. Sleep just in my eye sharp, but I just try and manage for another 20-25 minutes. So thank you very much, everyone. God bless you. Let us move to TikTok, guys. Thank you so much. Bye.